Hola! In today's lesson, I'm going to show you, or refresh your memory, on how to solve a two-step equation. Although, bum bum bum, this time we're going to be using Google to show your work. Now, before I get ahead of myself, I want to go ahead and refresh your memory on how to solve a two-step equation. Now, given this equation, 3x minus 14 is equal to negative 20, I want you to take a look at the expression, or the side that has the longest expression, which in this case is the left side. Now, the left side has two terms. The first term being 3x. It's composed of a coefficient and a variable to create one term. And my second term would be separated by this minus sign, is my numeric 14. So first and foremost, I want to remove my constant, which is my negative 14. Now, my negative 14, we want to eliminate it from the left side, so we're going to use its inverse operation of addition, and that makes a big fat 0. Whatever you do to one side, don't forget to do it to the other. Now that we've eliminated the 14, negative 14, we're left with simply 3x is equal to, you know what? Actually, pause. I know that there are a number of y'all who might be having difficulty with this addition or subtraction of integers. So please, this is why I was recommending get a whiteboard. This is actually, it's a piece of poster board that's made to be like whiteboard, so I cut it up into several pieces. Now, what I would suggest is if you're having difficulty with something like this, then don't worry. Make a number line. Now, some of you guys may also struggle with a number line, and if you do, then write it, make a really long number line. But I know that since I have a negative 20, that's going to be on the left side, so I'm just going to fill this out real quick. Okay, I ran out of space a little bit. So, we're starting at our negative 20. Whenever you add 14, I'm going to grab my blue color, and I'm going to, addition means to the right. I'm going to move to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right? Don't worry, we all start somewhere, so let's continue. Now we're left with a single term on both sides. 3x is equal to negative 6. Now 3 and x, in case you have forgotten, they are actually being implicitly, sorry, let me make sure that looks like a dot, multiplied. So again, just like I used the inverse operation to eliminate my 14, this time I want to use my inverse operation of division. We're not going to eliminate the 3 this time. Instead, we are going to reduce that 3 into a giant 1, leaving me with simply, sorry, I almost forgot to put my 3 on the other side too. Now, I'm left with a singular 1x is equal to negative 2. Now, I'm sure some of you guys are like, really, that's ridiculously easy. So, this was just a quick 3-minute refresher. Here's what we're actually going to do, and this is what you're going to need to submit today. Now, first and foremost, make sure that you log on to google.com. Now, whenever I say log on, I need you specifically to be using your myhisd.net. Now, if you're not aware, it should be your first dot last name. Now, if you're like me, you have a very common name, you might have a number attached. If you don't know your email address, and that's okay, if you don't know it, simply ask your teacher and we can look that up for you, okay? So again, come onto google.com, make sure that you are logged in, and you should see your icon or a letter representing you, and go into this URL here, and I want you to type in drawings.google.com. That is drawings with an S .google.com. Just in case you didn't catch that, that is drawings with an S. Doesn't have to be capital. I'm just making sure that you see it's another S .google.com. And in drawings.google.com, I absolutely love this because it gives you the opportunity to draw and you can save it. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how we were able to solve that problem. So one moment here. So what I need you to do is come up here. You'll notice that you have your regular cursor, and then to the right of it, it says line. It has a line. There should be a little drop down arrow. Click on that arrow and scroll all the way down to scribble. Now, from scribble, you can, well, scribble. So I know it's going to look really ugly because I'm using my mouse. If you have anything like a tablet or a phone, it will probably come out better because you have touch screen. But I'm going to show you the nastiness of my writing here. And actually, you know what? Let's see here. Oh no, this is big enough. So I'm going to go ahead and before I get started, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so that I like really have space. Okay, that's a little too much. All right. And I'm going to scroll over here. Now, I'm going to click on my scribble button and I'm going to scribble out my 3x. Actually, that's not looking too bad. Erase that. That's Control Z. Now undo that. Or if you come over here, there's your undo button. And I love that it has a little info here on how you can do that on your keyboard. So minus, and usually I do my ones like this. Okay, you know what? It doesn't look too bad. There we go. 14. Okay, and then equals negative. Ooh, goodness. Okay, now it's kind of getting ugly. All right, so negative 20. Now, remember your first step was to add 14. We want to eliminate this negative 14 constant. So, I'm going to just click outside of here. There we go. I want to change my color, so, because I'm extra. And I believe we had that in a nice bright blue. Let's see, can you see that? Probably not. I'm going to go with a darker blue. There we go. So plus, just going to have to get, there we go. All right, so plus 14 and to both sides plus my ugly wall. Oh goodness, okay, that looked really bad, I'm sorry. Plus 14. Okay, now remember, your choice if you want to show the elimination, but I know a lot of people get confused with the 1 and the 0, so I like to put a big fat 0 through it so I know what the function is going on. Now let's bring everything down. So I'm going to go back to black for all of my Rolling Stones fans. There we go. Or Rolling Stones. Haha, AC/DC, my bad. You know what? I'm honestly not a fan of either. I know. I'm going to get some looks in a bit. Okay, so let's bring this down, and we already did our number line. If you want, you could even use this to make a really beautiful number line. But we already know that that would be negative 6. There we are. And we're going to switch our colors again, but I don't want to change that one. So let's come back, and we said that these two are being multiplied. So the inverse operation, which I believe I did in purple. Ooh, I'm going to put this hot pink one though. Is division. So remember, 3 divided by 3, it reduces to a giant 1. Whatever you do to one side, you do to the other. There we go. So now I should simply be left with x is equal equal to negative 2. Now, again, if you want to be extra, hey, I'm so excited to meet all my extra people. You can always come over here and, oh, oops, wrong one. Scribble again. There you go. Scribble. You can box your answer, and we could even put that in red so we know that that's our final answer. Now, this is the part that you might not be familiar with. Okay, lovely, you've got some work. Now what? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the title here, and I'm going to change that title to Solving Example 1. Now, you'll notice that it should immediately go into your drive. You can make a specific folder if you want. So let's say that I come in here and I want to make a folder. So I'm going to put the little folder with the plus sign on there. And I'm going to put on here Geometry Homework. HMWK. There we go. Homework. Alright, so I'm going to make my folder by clicking the check mark, and I'm going to put it on in there. Now, to be quite honest, the saving part, it's always good to back up your stuff. But what we're going to do actually is download this image. And we're going to download it as a PNG. Now, if you're getting lost, you can pause at any time. And you'll notice that it saves right down here. Perfect. So when you come to your assignment, which I just opened up an assignment that I was given from one of our administrators, you'll notice that there should be a plus sign. This is where you can add your work. So here you can either use the Google Drive where we saved our image to, or you can simply click on File. I kind of like doing that because then all I have to do is come over to my folder and look at everything I download, and there I have it. As a matter of fact, it even has it here because I had it in my uploads. But I'm going to click on Upload, and I like doing this. I like to just click it and drag it in. And there you go. Once you have added that, you simply push Turn In. And then it says that you're going to attach the document, yes, and turn it in. That's how simple it is. So you guys have 2 problems to do on your own, and I want you to use Google Drawings to show your work for 2 very simple problems. All right, see y'all later.